Trucking companies across America are shutting their doors faster than ever. And it's not because they're bad at business. Diesel prices, insurance costs, and maintenance fees are crushing prices while freight demand keeps dropping. Is it bad luck, or has the economy broken the trucking industry? Let's break down exactly what's going on. Between 2020 and 2022, new trucking registration jumped nearly 45%. Now there's a massive oversupply and rates has plunged nearly 40%. With more competition and fewer loads, smaller companies are fighting to survive. And if you like breakdowns like this that go beyond the headlines, let me know in the comments. Should I dive into how truckers can pivot in this new economy? Next up, freight demand. The lifeline of trucking has drastically slowed down. In fact, from 2022 to 2023, overall freight volume dropped about 8%. Spot market loads, which smaller companies rely on heavily, fell by more than 30%. Less freight means fewer loads, and fewer loads means less money in that paycheck. But that's just the start. Wait till you see how oversupply is making it worse. Just 5 years ago, diesel averaged around $3 per gallon. In 2022, it peaked at almost $5 per gallon. And now, in early 2025, it's still around $3.68. For truckers, fuel is nearly a quarter of their operating costs. So every penny counts. And it gets worse from here. The next cost is quietly draining profits even faster. In 2019, the average trucking company paid about 7 cents per mile for insurance. By 2023, that jumped nearly 40% to 10 cents per mile. Rising claims and higher accident payouts have made insurance a massive burden for smaller companies. Thought fuel is bad? Insurance is hitting harder and even more consistent. And we're not done. Repair expenses rose over 3% just from 2022 to 2023. Supply chain issues and labor shortages means repairs take longer and cost more, leaving those trucks sidelined and profits stalled. So you're paying more just to stay on the road while losing time too. But we're still not done. Just a few years ago, small fleets financed trucks at a 5% interest. Now, rates can top 10%, doubling monthly payments and making profit margins even tighter. High cost on the front end and high costs on the back end. It's a money trap. In 2023 alone, 31,000 trucking companies shut down, almost half more than the previous years. Most were small operators. Trucking isn't dying, but it's definitely consolidating, leaving fewer, bigger companies left to dominate. So what does that mean for the future of trucking? Let's talk about it. So yes, the economy did break trucking for many small companies, but if history teaches us anything, it's that trucking always adapts. Companies that control costs, lock in stable contracts, and innovate will survive and potentially thrive. And if you're in a game right now, it's time to think long term. Set up an emergency fund for your business to cover at least a few months of fixed expenses. That cash cushion could be a difference between survival and shutdown during a slow season. Look for creative ways to offset rising prices. Fuel surcharge agreements, bulk fuel programs, and even investing in more fuel efficient equipment can help. Renegotiate prices when possible and build a relationship with brokers and shippers who offer consistency over short-term spot rates. Diversify your lanes and your freight types so you're not relying on one source to keep you afloat. It's a harsh lesson, but a powerful one. Trucking is changing and only the strong and the smart will keep rolling. If this video gave you real insight, hit that like button and subscribe. I'm breaking down the numbers so that we all understand what's really happening out here. Comment below, is trucking still worth it in 2025? I want to hear from the truck drivers, fleet owners, and people who lived it. Stay safe, stay sharp, and as always, I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace.